Hey everyone, this is Justine back on the working group of the Steem Alliance Community Foundation. And on this video, I want to focus a little bit on the Steem DAO system being built by Block Trades, the Steem Business Alliance group, and the Steem Alliance Community Foundation, which are all three different projects that kind of popped up at the same time, so have caused a little bit of confusion about the difference between them. I'm not on the Steem Business Alliance. I have nothing to do with the Steem DAO project, but I have had the opportunity to discuss both projects with the individuals who are responsible for them. So I'm going to try to answer some questions or just explain the difference between them, but please do go to those individual projects for specific questions because I am just part of the working group of the foundation, just trying to make things a little bit more clear for you. So first things, the Steem DAO. The Steem DAO, or Worker Proposal System, is a completely different project than the Community Foundation that the Steem Alliance Group is working to build. The two complement each other really well, and they hopefully will work alongside each other in many different ways. The Steem DAO is a tool. It's a simple tool, code, that is implemented into the blockchain itself and allows anyone to bring a proposal forward. Anyone from the community can bring a proposal to the interface, whether that be on blockchain development, possible improvements to different aspects of the blockchain. It could be for a marketing campaign, it could be for an event, it could be for anything. Anyone can bring forward a proposal and submit it to the user interface. What happens then is that if enough of the stakeholders agree to the proposal, funding is granted. Now, how that will work as far as the funding, Dan from Block Trades was on a town hall meeting, which I'll link below, and he explained that the funding was going to be done in supplemental payments, which means that once a proposal is approved, if it's approved, payments will start coming. It won't be one lump sum thrown at a project with no oversight of what will be happening to it. And why that's important is that there are no human aspects to this Steem DAO system. It's all code. There's no one that's going to check in on these projects to ensure that things are going well. We as a community get to do that. So we get to watch the progress of these projects. And if at any time we don't feel that they're doing what they had originally said they would do, we can remove our vote from that proposal on the Steem DAO system, and that, if enough stakeholders remove their vote, will stop funding. So that gives it a little bit of oversight in an automated way to ensure that there aren't projects that possibly get funding and then never do anything with it. So that's one part that Dan did explain for the funding. Please ask questions to him directly or to the Block Trades blog, because this is just my opinion based on what he's shared with me. So the community foundation that we're working on through the Steem Alliance group is a bit different because it's the human element. It is not code. It is not automated. It's humans. It's proof of brain. It's individuals working alongside the community to ensure that the community's voice is heard and can focus on many different things, as we discussed in the last video: marketing, PR, being the face of the chain, putting on events, all these different things in an organized way. So it is the human element. Does the Steem DAO, can they do some of the same things as far as funding? Yes. I as an individual can go to the Steem DAO and say, I have this great idea for an event. I want funding for it. If enough stakeholders say, yeah, that's great, then I could get funding for it. The foundation's a little bit different because they could actually crowdsource to put on an event. Maybe it's not just one individual. They could possibly get funding to do so. So there's a lot of overlap, but the main difference is the Steem DAO system is all code. It's an automated system. There's no one account in control. It's all hands off. The foundation is the human element. So those are the really big difference. How they will interact very much depends on the structure of the foundation and what we choose. And as we talked about, we don't know yet. We're still in the process of choosing what this foundation will be. So to say specifically how they will interact, we don't know yet. The future community foundation could be responsible for certain things though, like the public repos of code. The foundation could open those up to the community so that they could be more involved in this aspect, which is something you need a human to do. The code can't do that. The foundation could be responsible for the steemit.com website itself, marketing events that we talked about, and could apply for funding on specific things through the Steem DAO system. So it's very possible that the foundation could use the Steem DAO just as any individual from the community could as well. The Steem DAO system doesn't have responsibilities. It is a code. It's being built into the blockchain. There is no group of individuals that will be behind this, which means that there are certain things that could happen, and this isn't negative in a way, but it was brought up by one of the individuals who put on a proposal for the structure of the foundation, was that in this way, I as myself could put a proposal in that says, I think it'd be really beneficial if I got 50,000 Steem to grow my account with. And if there were enough stakeholders that agreed to that, which is very unlikely, it could be funded. So there's no oversight in that human proof of brain way. So that's one of the big differences between the two. So how does the Steem Business Alliance fit in? The Steem Business Alliance, I personally see as a really great complement to the foundation, and I hope, this is hope as an individual, I hope that they work really closely together, because the Steem Business Alliance is focusing on businesses, and their goal will be to onboard businesses, to reach out to different businesses, bring them on, show them how to be successful on the blockchain, and offer them a place to go to brainstorm and learn more about the blockchain. So that's not something we currently have, and it's not something that many are thinking about. So this to me is a really, really great group that's come forward. How will they work together with the foundation? There's a recording. Starkers came on from Oracle D and one of the founders of the Steem Business Alliance, and I will link that. If you are more interested in this aspect, I really do recommend listening to that, because he had some really great ideas of how he saw the two working together, as well as what the business alliance will be. But one of the things is it could be a combined resources. Instead of so much overlap and so much redoing of things, the two could really work together to work on events. You know, if there's an event coming up that the Steem Business Alliance wants to go to onboard businesses, maybe it would be beneficial for the Steem blockchain to have a face there as well, to have a presence. The marketing campaigns that are being discussed could possibly brainstorm together how to also market to business aspects and really share resources in that way. They're also a human element, but they are focused on business. They would be a private group of individuals for businesses. The foundation is the community at heart. The Business Alliance would be focused on businesses, which is needed. So essentially what we have are, we as a community and the public have now 3 different ways to get support. The Steem DAO and the foundation are 2 ways to get funding for future projects that anyone from the community can come forward with, either through the automated system or coming through the foundation perhaps, depending on how it's built. So it really gives the community more of a voice and more of an opportunity to present the blockchain in a way that we haven't done before. There's been a lot of things missing from the Steem blockchain. One of the biggest things is how we present ourselves to the outside world. We all talk about Steem here. We all go to conferences of Steem individuals and we all hang out and talk about Steem. But the blockchain itself is missing a specific, coordinated, organized way of presenting itself to the world. And the foundation is really hoping to be that missing aspect, as well as many different things, and it could be in charge of a lot of different things depending on what direction we want to go in as the community. But I hope that explains the difference between the 3 groups. I'll try to link as much as I can. I'm rambling again, so I'm trying to cut this short. But the 3 are very different. They're all very separate projects. They are not affiliated with each other, but then they complement each other really well. And essentially the community now has more of a voice in many different ways to get funding, to have our voices heard, and to broadcast what Steem is to the world. I hope that answers some questions. If you have any more about those three, let me know. I'll try to answer them. Otherwise, I'll try to leave as many links down below as I can to those specific organizations so that you can get the answers that you need. Thanks so much.